Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's been about a month since the last update, so figured it's time to do a new one for the month of February. I've got a few new things going on, so let's get started. We're looking at Magnus and Beast. I just turned the lights on most of these tanks, so the fish might be a little sluggish here or sleepy. But Beast is back behind that pot there. He's been kind of picking on her lately, so she sits back there until it's feeding time. See if we can get a little closer to him. I got stuff on the floor here. I'm trying to walk through it. But here's Magnus. Doing really well. Fat and chunky. Oh, she might come out here. Yeah, here she is. I think he's kind of wanting to spawn, and she's never ready for that. She only spawns every 6 months or so, if that. So one of the new things going on here is got in the middle of the floor here. I got a 180 sitting here, brand new one. Picked it up last weekend. My good buddy James Randall was kind enough to grab it for me while he was up getting a tank for himself. So that was super awesome of him to do that. And so I got the back of it painted, got it all wiped down, got the dust out of it and all that. Typical brand new tank stuff. And then that tank is going to replace one of the older 125s that we got. I'll show you that tank and everything when we get to it. Here's Orion. He's doing pretty good. His tail fin is kind of all ratted up, and his anal fin is ratted up. She's been picking on him. When he's not looking, she'll latch onto his fins and stuff. But yeah, this pair's doing pretty good. No spawning or anything since that last one. I think it was probably maybe a month ago. So I'm sure she'll be ready again soon. So let's see if we can get our little trademark shot here. The big guy. Over here we've got Optimus and Matrix. Optimus has had a growth spurt lately. For a while there he just wasn't growing. It was weird. Now all of a sudden he's kind of taken off. He's gotten thicker and longer and all that. So this pair spawned a week or so ago. She's got the fry back there somewhere. She's hovering over top of them. They're probably down in that egg crate. But yeah, she was super feisty this time. If he even came anywhere on her half of the tank, she'd tag him. So it was kind of weird. But yeah, this pair's doing really well. He's super active as usual. And up here in the Labyrinth tank, I finally got a spawn out of one of the pairs. As you can see, the male and the female here in breeding dress. She spawned in the pot that's back there facing the back of the tank. Now she moved the fry out into the pot here. And as you can see in this 180, see if I can get back far enough, they've got this half of the tank, and they've got all the other 12 or 14 fish all on the other side. So they're fiercely guarding them. There aren't many fry. I haven't really decided if I'm going to pull any or not. I'm just not really interested in raising fry anymore. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but they're just beautiful in breeding coloration. See, he's that black is like it's like navy blue. Sorry for that glare here. I'll put my arm in front of it. But it's like a navy blue color. He's super ornery, wanting to guard them fry from all comers. You can kind of see most of that's pebbles in there. The fry are actually very light colored, which is different because usually I'm used to seeing them when the fry are in there in a pile. They're usually, or the wigglers are like a grayish color, but these ones you can barely see them unless you have a flashlight. But yeah, super exciting stuff. We'll have to I'll just keep track of their progress. I of course log everything so I know when the first spawn was and all that, so it's pretty cool there. Down here we've got Enigma and Thea, and she's sitting on eggs too. They just spawned yesterday. See if we can kind of get she covered that whole pot. That's like an 8-inch pot. This pair didn't spawn for the longest time because I didn't have any heat on the tank. So I kept the tank pretty cool, and they wouldn't spawn, which was good. But I put a heater in it a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that, 2 or 3. And they finally spawned. Here's Enigma. I'm kind of on the fence about if I want to sell this pair or not. I just don't need 4 or 5 pairs of umbies, so I think this would be the pair to go if I decided to let another one go. As I sold my Mag Z and that double Mag X female to Brandon, and they're doing good down at his place now in Louisiana, so I got rid of one pair. I might get rid of this pair as well. She's probably 9-10 inches. He's, I don't know, a foot at least. Just haven't decided yet. If I do sell them, they're not going to be cheap or anything, so I just haven't decided yet. I'll update everybody on maybe my next video, or when it gets closer to spring, I might be a little more inclined. We'll see. But we'll move on here. This is the 125 that's going to be replaced with the 180. I've got some Optimus Matrix grow outs in there. I got the divider. Got a Midas on this side, a feisty little one. But that's about it for that tank. I'm just going to drain it down, take the gravel out, put the gravel in this bottom tank, and I'll get this one all cleaned up. I'll take it out in the other room, store it till spring. I may sell it, I may not, I'm not sure. But yeah, the 180 is going to go there, and then Grimlock's going to go on the 180, so he gets out of that 125, get him in a bigger tank. Him and his female. Down here is where the Umbi pair was that I sold. I moved the Feste and the Centrarchus down into this tank. They're doing really well. The Feste have really taken off growth-wise since I put them in here. And it's only been like a week, and they've grown at least a half of an inch. So it's good. The Centrarchus, a couple of them are pretty beat up. I think the Feste are really starting to turn into Feste. And they're a ninja attacking everything in here. So we'll see how that goes. I may take the Feste out, or the Centrarchus, one of the two. Feste just don't do well with the Centrarchus. Aren't mean enough to really hold their own, I don't think. So I'll do something with this situation here. But yeah, the Centrarchus are doing really good. They're a lot more colored up in this tank. I mean, they used to be kind of washed out and pale. Now they're all got their bars, and their greens are showing up in the operculums and stuff. So pretty happy with these. This bottom 75 is where Samson used to be. He I'm not sure if he was in that last update or not. I don't remember, but he's no longer with us. We had to put him down. He had a growth inside of him, and he could not stay upright. He was barely breathing, so I had to put him down. So I moved some umbies into that for now. Those umbies were in the 75 that's above this one. Because I got a new Comfa flowerhorn. This is Colossus. He's very nice. I'm very, very happy with him. Super photogenic, which is great. That's pretty much why I got him for photography purposes. Did a water change on his tank last night. Does not attack me or anything yet. He does attack the tube a little bit here and there, but so far so good. Really liking this guy. His coke has grown a lot, and I think it has to do with the Midas being, right next door. They can see each other, so that's helping. He's been eating power feed, Southern Delight, of course, and doing really well on it. No signs of parasites or anything with him at all at this point. I have not treated him for anything. He's in his own tank, so if anything does happen, it's pretty much like being in a quarantine. I got all this medical supplies or meds to treat him if anything does happen. So yeah, I got this guy from Julie Tran over at Flowerhorn Craze. Super great service, great packing job. Super happy with this fish. So if you're looking for a quality flowerhorn, you probably head over and check them out. They're on Facebook, FH Craze. Check them out if you're in the market for one. Over in this 40 breeders where the Centrarchus used to be, I moved all the Heterospilus fry into here. Moved them out of the 20 gallon into this 40 so they can continue to grow. So they're doing really well. Some of them are getting pretty big. They're almost an inch. But yeah, so they're doing good. Down below is the Rivulatus pair. He's really grown a lot lately. The lion's eye's out of here now, so they've got the tank all to themselves. Except there is a little clown pleco right back in between the rocks right there. You can't really see him, but he's only like 3 inches long. But yeah, so this pair is doing good. Maybe we'll get a successful spawn out of these guys once. I mean, I've had wigglers from them before, but I never pulled them. I'd like to maybe do that. We'll see. But yeah, that's this pair. We'll move on down here to Grimlock. He'll be in a 180 the next time you see him. Of course, they must know that I was going to move them, and they spawned. So she's got a whole pile of wigglers, and holy glare here. Now you can just kind of see them in the back of the pot there. She's got a pile of them. But yeah, this pair will be going into the 180. Once we get it, we're going to try to get it set up tonight. So, but yeah, so this pair is doing good. I'm not sure what I'm going to move into here. Well, the fish that are in that 125 that we're replacing, I suppose, are going to go in here. So there'll be some umbi grow outs, and then that Midas will go in here with a divider again. Down below are some more umbi grow outs, and there's a Trimac pair in here. Here's the male. They're still a little shy. Sorry about that glare, but yeah, here's the male. He's doing really well. The female got her tail pretty shredded, but that's growing now. Or healing up, so everything's good in here. And over here is the Heterospilus pair. I just did a water change on this tank, so they're hiding. You can kind of see the nose peeking out right there. But yeah, so we won't get able to see these guys very good. There's the Regani and the Maculopinus. They're growing pretty good. The Thrictus are really starting to color up nice. Still a whole bunch of micro bubbles and stuff floating around in this tank, so it looks like crap. But yeah, these guys are all doing good. BNI tub And this is the RTM pair with about 1 million fry. Sasuke and Sakura. These came from my brother Sean Hayden. Super happy with this pair. They're just beautiful. Wish they'd kind of come into the light here so you could see them a little better, but the female is just gorgeous. She's about 4.5 inches. He's about 6. Beautiful fish. Super happy with them. Yeah. Very happy. Then down below are the Haitiensis. They're doing really well. Still haven't lost any. They're still growing and growing. And then down below in this fry tank are some Ultimate Blue umbies. I'm growing these out for myself. See what we get. Like I need more umbies laying around here, right? This is the fry tank the Heterospilus we're in. I'm either going to pull some Labyrinth fry to put in here or some of the RTMs. Not sure yet. And then in the tub we got the Magnus and Beast fry. See if we can see any of them here. Of course, I just did a water change on this tub and these new ATI sponge filters float. Drives me nuts. So you got to go in there periodically and squeeze them to get them back to sink again, and then they float 5 minutes after that. So I don't think I'm going to be using the ATIs anymore. I'm going to probably go with the Swiss Tropicals Poré foam. But yeah, I had a heater. The heater that was in here failed too. It was one of them Finex HPS digital heaters. I've had almost all of them that I've ever bought have failed now. I think I have 3 left in service. So, but having pretty good luck with the Jaegers. So we'll be using those from here on out, or the Aqueon Pros. I've had the Aqueon Pro that's over there in that Moda tank. I've had that thing for years, and it's been great. So that's a good heater. Right now there's a 300 watt titanium Finex with the controller in this tank. This is the one out of Magnus's tank because I wasn't using a heater on Magnus anyways. The canister filters heat that tank plenty well. So, but that's about it for this update, guys. Next update there'll be that 180 will be set up, and we'll have Grimlock moved over and all that. So good times. Things are rolling along here. I just passed 4,000 subscribers. That's ridiculous. I can't even believe that. I thank you so much to everybody. That's super cool. Make sure you check out all the Team Aquatic support members. Conway, John, Brian, and Sean. I'll have all the links to their YouTube channels in the description. And check out Aquatic Support Community on Facebook. It's a super cool fish group. And of course, Aquatic Support Systems business page on Facebook. So that's about it for this time, guys. And thanks for watching. And we'll catch you all next time.